What's up, Fire family? It's Kiahonfire, and welcome back to Conan Exiles Siptah. Today we're doing another Elder Vault, and we're going into the demise of the demon spider. So you can find this place on the map right here. There's a little block, you can notice it, usually demise of the demon spider in between here, these ridges. So here is the location. Usually with the spider ones you want to be a little bit careful because the actual spider webs on the floor can hold you up and tag you up. But this one should be pretty alright. The demon spiders are pretty slow attackers, which makes it quite nice to actually battle with them. Here we go. Spidery dungeon. Click in the button. Boom. We open the doors. In we go. So, here's the first chamber. Another button to click in to open the next door. Nothing in this one too much, but of course when you open this, they're going to troll you and bring in another spider. But we're going to take the left-hand side to avoid Mr. Pink Spider over there. And head on in. We're going to take immediately, well, another left because you're going to attract this guy. But this is not the way to go, but there is a nice chest here that I did want to mention to you about. You see this chest? You can only open it with a special key, like a skeleton key, to get the additional loot. But anyway, now that I've mentioned that, you can go to any of those sides for some additional loot chests, but ideally we want to go to these two doors, which we're now going to go through and go back down into this massive hallway with spiders that you can't avoid, and a massive statue in the middle. The idea of this dungeon is you want to make it all the way to the bottom to get to the boss. So you want to be following a bottom pattern. So now we're here. You see another spider kind of hiding in the rubble there, very sneaky. We get rid of that one before we click on the button because usually if you open the button to other doors you have more enemies to deal with. As you can see, there is a yellowy greeny looking forest coloured one coming after me right now. And, of course, corruption. Might be a good reason to bring in some corruption brew because of that, but really, if you want, you can just bring in some health and heal yourself. You shouldn't get too much corruption in this one. But those medium-sized ones are pretty nasty if they do get a shot on you. Anyway, we're just going to go right round here to the next place where these smaller ones are. Smaller ones aren't such a big problem, to be honest. They just have a bit of health, but as you can see, easy to stagger. Which is the delightful thing with these spiders, actually. Same problem with the demon spider on the other map. He does get staggered an awful lot. We're going to continue round the base and into this next room with another big spider here. Well, small spider. But it does look pretty big, I must admit. Same size as a human is terrifying enough. Anyway, we're going to take a left immediately here. You're going to have to fight another big one. Should be a massive pool of disgustingness. Well, tomato sauce. Because spiders enjoy tomato ketchup on their breakfast rolls. So, pretty much what it is. This one dropped out of here. Make sure you pick it up. But after you defeated this, you want to go into the back. And you're going to see this giant hole. And there's going to be another big one to deal with. But, it's the way of life. So, we're going to go through here. Kill this guy. And boom, dead. You're going to go around here and then immediately you're going to click on this button. Wonder why you went all the way around, whatever else. You can avoid that one in the corner, which I'm going to do. More ketchup. Anyway, we're going to head down in this stairwell. Now we've gone around the rubble into this kind of room where there's a little diddy spider. I do recommend you get rid of because it probably will follow you. Because, yeah, they usually do. If they're that close to you anyway. If it doesn't follow you, then cool. Now there's up there, you might get some loot chests in there. There's an additional spider you can avoid. But ideally you want to go through to this massive room with the chains and the spider. And yeah, you will need to go up here instead of going down there. We have to click this button before we do anything with this one to open up the boss chamber. So, pretty nice that way. Let's get rid of this one anyway. Very stabby at the moment. I do recommend probably a higher level for this dungeon, such as level 40 would probably do it quite nicely. Because of those kind of spiders are pretty awful. You see we opened the door over there. I'm going to go back down the stairway we came because there's an additional door opened up with a spider in it. Which, if you want, you can go and get some loot from that one on the left. But I'm going to continue straight to the chamber where the boss is. Get some additional loot maybe on the right and left hand side. Keep an eye out on those sides. But we're going to enter this room where the boss should be. Unless you're in the beta like me and they don't respawn all the time. And here we are. Here is the boss in the middle. This is what it should kind of look like. Has a horrible light attack that you want to be worried about. It pretty much blinds you when he does that big red attack. And ideally, before you do come in this room, you do want to try and get the ones on the left and right out of the way before you go for the big boss. Or let your thrall go for it. Or try and tank most of the damage. Try and not die. I'm going to tank most of the damage, see if my thrall can get rid of these before I get into trouble. But you should be able to tank most of the hits on these spiders anyway, luckily enough. Don't do really strong enough attacks to get rid of me. But here we go. You see, it does some pretty scary attacks, so I might be able to get it to do its proper full red beam attack soon as well. That would be really cool. There we go, it's going to do it again. See if I can get it to hit me. We actually staggered it out of that one as well, which is quite funny. Anyway. You see, it hits pretty hard when it does hit you. I have 900 armor, so that is pretty hard of a hit. We'd only need a few to get rid of you anyway, that's for sure. I'm going to lead it round in a circle, try and heal up a bit. You can use these lights as props in the room to try and get this guy to not lodge and hit you. Apart from that, just got rid of him. Grab out the Eldarium in his inventory, farm him up for some nice goodies, and then head to the back to press on the button to open the door to the loot room, where you can go and collect a sigil and whatever else is there, and a nice chunk of Eldarium as well. He actually gave us whirlwind blades this time, which is quite nice. So I'm going to grab all of this, and I'm going to go and eat this sigil here. Very, very nice. Will help us to get to Storm. You got a couple of extra loot boxes here too. And then I'm going to exit out that door there. But before we go, there is some lore that you can obtain from this dungeon. So I'm going to go and show it to you.
Il somonien sassari sun sarat. Il conciliala naniela naldarasas na alar. Idrashara serpent inananivana. Talkan la protección la sitor yasen lasen. Lifragal.
And there we go, that is the end of the dungeon. Thank you for watching, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!